Hello there, Coach Mel here. So we have a little bit of a different workout today. We are going to do a strength training workout, but our only tool that we're going to use is a resistance band. I'm trying to get a stability ball to stay still here for me. So what I'm going to be using is this, which is a flat resistance band. They come in all different strengths. This is actually a Theraband, so something that you would use at physical therapy. And I get them in a roll and then cut them. I cut them to 6 feet, which I find allows us to do a lot of different exercises. If you do not have one that's that long, I feel like the ones that you buy in like the package of 3 in the stores, those are probably only about 5 feet long. One of the moves that we do might be a little bit difficult, so I'm going to let you know how you can change that a little bit. The other thing that you could use is a resistance tubing that has handles. That will work as well. We are not using a resistance loop, so a loop would be short. I have one here. I can show you. This is a resistance loop. We are not using that today. So either flat band, which you'll see that I'm going to be using for tubing with the handles. Let me just see what the length of this is compared to my flat band. Give me 1 second here. It's pretty similar. It's just a little bit shorter, but again, you never know what they're going to look like when you get them from the store. All right, so the way that this is going to work today, it is a timed workout. There are 4 moves in each round. So we are going to be moving around to sometimes standing on it, sometimes having it just in our hands, sometimes having it around our back. When we go around our back, I want you to go high up around your back, not down your low back, but way up high, right underneath your armpits. So 40 seconds of work, 15 seconds break, and that'll be your transition time. So I think the first one, we're up, and then we go to standing on it. So we do have some quick transitions that we need to make. Again, make sure you have an area that doesn't have anything in the way. I'm going to bring this down a little bit so that you're going to be able to see my feet better. And then 4 moves. Once we do that twice, we will move on to the next round. So we're only doing each round twice. And part of the reason for that is that I have some single-sided moves. So I didn't want it to be out of balance or having to switch halfway through. So 3 rounds, 4 moves in each round. We'll do each round twice. So we've got a 2, a 3, and a 4 all in there. But don't worry, I'll keep track of all of that for you. I do not have music on in the background, so if there is something that you want to listen to get yourself pumped up, please go ahead and get that ready. Make sure you have some water nearby, and again, have a space. We don't need a lot of space to work with this. The widest we'll be going, I'll turn for it, is a lunge. Forward lunge, back lunge, whichever you want to call it. But not a lot of space needed for this one, but you have to have your band. Can you do this without a resistance band? If you had weights, you could do a lot of this with weights as well. But today we're really focusing, excuse me, on using, oh, pardon me, on using that resistance band. All right. So we got 1 more minute before we start. For those of you who just joined, it's all about the resistance band today, or you can use tubing with handles. That works as well. 3 rounds, 4 moves in each round. We do each round twice. This will probably take, the actual bulk part of it is about 25 minutes, but then of course we have our warm-up and our cool-down. Our warm-up will be done without the band, our cool-down without the band, like usual. All right, I think we're ready to go. So let's get warmed up first, and then I will get that timer going again. Because it's timed, you move at your own pace. Don't feel that you have to keep up with me. It's not reps that we're counting. It's just timed. 40 seconds on, 15 seconds to transition. We'll have a 30-second break in between the set within a round. And then we have about 1 minute, 15 seconds in between rounds, because that's when I need to explain to you the moves for the new round. All right, enough jibber jabbering, time to get warmed up. All right, let's march it out. And as always, this can be a jog if you want it to. We're just trying to get that heart rate moving a little bit, getting the body warmed up. Pump the arms, lift the knees. Make sure you have your resistance band nearby. And again, you can do most of this with weights if you don't have a resistance band, but I'm going to be using a resistance band. Let's go out wide. That's it. Pump the arms, lift the knees. And we're going to go in for 4, out for 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Keep that going. All right, one more in, one more out. Let's go to singles. In, out, out. In. Good. All right, let's kick that heel out in front. I like to turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. Really feel it in your calf. Pull that toe up towards your shin. Straighten that leg out there. You've been with me before. These look familiar. And now let's tap it back. That's it. Point that toe. Stretch that leg out. Squeeze up to the glute as you press back. And let's go side. Again, pointing the toe, stretching the leg out. Let's bring it up and around, up and around. Ooh. Creak, crack, crunch. Always when I do the hip moves. Good, one more each side. All right, let's open wide and then bring it forward, squeeze in the chest, squeeze between the shoulder blades, squeeze between the chest. Ooh, I got the yawn factor going this morning. And in, out, and in. Let's reach across. Now we will be doing this with the resistance band. Make sure that you're not leaving that heel on the ground. Look at that back foot, right? I'm rotating and reaching. Really squeeze the abs on that one. Reach and reach. Reach and reach. Good. Let's come out and do some good old-fashioned arm circles. Warm up those shoulders. Let's get a little bigger. Now let's go the other direction. Let's go small first. And let's make them a little bigger. We got a lot of back, shoulders, upper body work in this. Woo, feeling that. All right, let's do a little side to side. Notice shoulders, knee, hip, everything facing forward. Pushing into the heel, squeezing the glutes, getting things warmed up. Good. It's important to get warmed up, not just to go into it. We don't want to pull any muscles. And let's hinge forward, flat back, straight legs. We will be doing this with the band as well. You'll see we're not going to bring the arms out to the side, but we need to work those hamstrings. Mostly upper body moves, but there are leg moves. There's one leg move in each round, and I try to put a core move in each round. So 2 upper, 1 leg, 1 core. Abs really for the core I was focusing on, and relax. All right, you relax for a minute while I show you what our first 4 moves are. So you're going to start with your band about shoulder width apart. And we're going to go overhead. Don't worry, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. You're going to come down to a side, and now you're going to pull this arm back so we stay nice and straight. Now I'm going to come in so you can see my wrist. We don't want to be like this. We want to be like this. Nice straight line, and I'm pulling straight back. We're going to go up and over and pull to the other side. Really working in your back, pulling that shoulder blade. All right, we then have to step on our band. We're going to crisscross, and this is where it's a quick transition. Crisscross. We're going to step out to the side and into a wide squat. We're going to come back up, out to the side, and into a wide squat. I'm going to show you from the side. Really push those hips back. Weight in your heels. Nice straight lines. All right? Oh, we're going to stay standing on it, and we're going to go right into a tricep kickback. So elbows up. Watch this top part of my arm. It stays right there. All right? None of this, right? We stay up here and just kick back, bending at the elbow. And then our last one, and this is one that if you have a shorter band, you might have to change it a little bit. We're going really short on one side, really long on the other side. We're going to press up and bring it back down. Press up, bring it back down. So a little bit of a pull here. Now, if your band is not long enough to do that, we're going to let go here. We're going to go all the way. Mine is super long, so I got to go all the way to standing on the end of your band, and you're just going to do it here without holding on here. That's only if your band is too short and you can't hold on to it and be able to extend all the way up. All right, grab a quick drink if you need it. I need a quick sip after all that talking. I'm going to get that timer going. We're starting by holding our band, bow and arrow, side to side. 40 seconds of work, 15 seconds to transition. We're starting at about shoulder height, and we're going to go up overhead and then pull that bow and arrow. Slight bend in the knees, pull the belly button in, nice and tight. Here we go. One stays straight while you pull the other one back, up and over, pull. Now, the nice thing about a resistance band, if it's too easy, just move your hands closer together, and that's going to give you more resistance. If it's too hard, slide your hands further apart, and it's going to make it easier. But let's put our mind into the muscle. We're squeezing that shoulder blade. Remember, the wrist is nice and flat, and we're really focusing on back, really squeezing the back. We got 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right. Go ahead and drop that down to the ground. Quick transition here. Give a crisscross. I like to hold my hands right at my hips, get some resistance there. Again, you decide that resistance. Here we go. Step out and squat and up. Out and squat and up. Remember to push back into your heels and up. Again, grab down lower and pull the band up more if you need more resistance. Out. If you do it too far, sometimes your foot doesn't allow you to go out far enough. But get into that squat and press up. Into the squat and up. Good. We've got 7 more seconds here. And resting. All right, we're going to keep it under our feet. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Slight bend in the knees. Tilt, but nice flat back. We're going to bring those elbows up. They should be parallel with the floor. And here we go. Kick back and release. Back. Now, my hands are just coming to underneath my elbow. Do not go up to your shoulders. We're going to do biceps later. Back. Try to give yourself a little hold right there. Ooh, I always feel this one the next day. Your triceps are 3 small muscles back there. And when you do this, and you really squeeze right there, squeeze right there, you're going to feel this tomorrow. Now remember, we're only doing each round twice. If you want to do it more, just push play again and do it again. 2, 1, and resting. All right, last one is where we got to get uneven, and it's a single side move. So one side is short, the other side is long. And 3, 2, 1. We're going to lean to the short side and then press up. Lean and press. Lean and press. Lean, press. Again, if your band is too short, don't hold on to it with this hand. and up. And press. Woo, getting that shoulder. A lot of shoulder work, a lot of back work today. But we are getting the triceps and biceps too. 3, 2, and 1. Resting. All right. We have a 30-second break here. So grab a drink if you need it. We're going to start with that bow and arrow again. So all the same moves. We're just doing them again. Side pull, other side pull, really focusing on the back. Figure out where your hands need to be. I need it to be a little bit closer than shoulder. Let's get set up. Slight bend in the knees. Here we go. Side and pull. Side. You don't have to rush through this. I want you to put your mind into that muscle. Squeeze that shoulder blade to the center of your spine. Pull. Over, pull, up and over, pull, up and over. That's it. Keep that going. Up and over. Up and over. And rest. All right, quick transition. We got to step on that band for our side step squat. Give it a little crisscross. I'm going to pull a little bit tighter this time. All right, step out and squat at the same time and step up. Out and squat and step up. As you're standing, push up through your heels. So you're getting some resistance on that side step there. And then we're doing a squat. Resistance comes as we stand up. Halfway. Good. Excellent. Last little bit. 7 seconds. My band moved. I can't step quite as far. That happens. And rest. All right. Tricep kick back. Keep yourself standing. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see. Slight bend in the knee, nice flat back. Make sure you're not arching your back. Keep it nice and flat. Elbows straighten and bend. Keep those shoulders pressed down. Top part of your arm stays nice and still as we press. Press. If you can rotate your palms up towards the ceiling, might help activate that muscle a little more. Press. 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 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right. We have to go to the other side for our hinge and overhead press. So this side is now short. This side is now long. I'm going to lean towards that short side and then press up. 2, 1. Here we go. Press. Press. Good. Control both sides. Going straight up. Side lean and up. Side lean and up. Side lean. Halfway. Ooh, this one gets the shoulder. That's it. Make sure you're keeping those shoulders down. Out of your ears. Press up. If you can't hold on to it on that side, that's okay. Just stand on the end of it so you get the overhead press. 2, 1, and resting. All right, you guys have a nice long break, but I want you to watch me as I show you the moves for the next round. So we're going to start with a lateral raise, which means we're going to start by stepping on our band. I want a slight bend in your elbows, and we're raising up and out and down. I'll show you from the side, up and out and down. Slight bend in the knees, slight bend in the elbows. Really working the shoulder. Next one, you're going to grab your band with both hands, bring it up to your chest, and we're going to do our deadlift. Hinge forward and up. So just a slight bend in the knees. I'm really shifting my hips back, pushing through the heels to stand. We're going to do a hold and a movement in this one. So pick a side. That's going to be your hold side. So you're going to go 90 degrees right there. And then your other side is going to be active. Through the whole time, next round, we'll switch that. And then we're going to come up behind the back. I got to stop my timer because it's going to start without us. We're going to come up behind the back. Remember what I said, get it up nice and high. And we're going to do that rotating punch, rotating punch. I want you to really feel it in your abs as you're rotating and pushing that out. All right. When I hit the button, we've got 5 seconds to start. So get yourself set up by standing on your band first. We're going to do those lateral raises, slight bend in the arms, slight bend in the knees, just so you're not locked out. Raise and lower. Nice and controlled. When you come back down, don't let it slap down. All right? I want you to control it in both directions. Use your lats, use your shoulders. All right, starting in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Up and down. Up and down. Don't go above your shoulders. You don't need to. If you go above your shoulders, your band's not tight enough. You need a heavier band. Nice and controlled on the up and on the down. Halfway. And then you could, if it's too easy, if you don't have a different weight band, you just need to grab down a little lower. Up and down. Keep that belly button in. Slight bend in the knees. Up. 5 more seconds. And rest. All right. Take the band together. Reach down a little bit because we're using the legs this time. I want you to bring that right up to your chest. I'm going to turn this way. Slide those hips back as we hinge forward. Push through the heels. Here we go. Hinge. And up. Hinge. And up. Down. And squeeze. And squeeze. Careful not to lead with your shoulders, right? We don't want rolled shoulders. We want a nice flat back and up. 15 more seconds. Squeeze. Hinge and squeeze. Hinge and squeeze. Last little bit. 3, 2, and last one. All right. Single side hold. Pick a side that you're just going to put that arm at a 90 degrees bend right underneath your shoulder. So not back here, not out here, right underneath your shoulder. Other side, all the way up, all the way down. One is just holding, so squeeze the bicep on that side while the other side is doing the work. I mean, they're both working. But again, notice the top part of my arm is staying nice and still. I'm not sliding forward and back. I'm really focusing on that bicep. And I got a nice squeeze on the other side as well. Remember which side you're doing so we could switch it for set 2. Good. We got 5 more seconds here. 2. Let's get one more in. And resting. All right, take that band, bring it up, way up high behind your back. Okay, right across, right under your arms. We're going to do those cross punches. Remember to rotate. I'm in really nice and close. Here we go. Out and pull it in. Other side. Out and pull it in. I want you to pull that belly button in. Good. Punch it out there. Bring it in. Punch it out. Bring it in. That's it. Nice and controlled. Again, don't let the resistance band snap back in. We want to keep it controlled in both directions. 2, 1, and resting. All right, we've got a 30-second rest. We're going to start by standing on it. Grab a drink if you need it. Lateral raises starts it. Starting in 10 seconds. Remember, slight bend in the knees, Slight bend in the arms. Pulling up is stopping at shoulder height. Control the up and the down. Here we go. Up and down. Good. As always, I like that slight pause right there. And down. That's it. Nice and controlled. And release. Up and controlled. And release. Excellent. 8 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Deadlift. Grab down. We're going to bring it right up to our chest. Hold it with both hands. I want both hands brought right into the chest. We're going to shift those hips back, weight in your heels. Here we go. Hinge back and pull it up for 1. Hinge back, up for 2. 3. Really focus on heels into the floor and squeezing the glutes as you're coming up. That's it. All right, 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, single side hold bicep curl. So switch the side that had the hold. We're holding it right there at that 90 degrees. The other side, all the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Good. So keeping that hold right there, squeezing the bicep. Other side, all the way up, all the way down. Top part of the arm, staying nice and stationary. My elbow is pinned right into my ribs. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. 8 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, take that band, bring it up under your armpits. We're going to do those cross punches to finish round 2. All right, slight bend in the knees, but remember, we're rotating on that back toe so we don't hurt the knee. Press out and bring it in. Press out and bring it in. Focus on squeezing the abs on the rotation, pressing out and bring it in. Through that shoulder. Stopping right before the elbow locks out. That's it. Keep it going. And 3, 2, 1, resting. All right, that finishes round 2. So round 3 is all we've got to go. And we're going to actually start right here with a chest press. So I'm going to show you from the side. From here, we're pressing straight out and squeezing the chest as we push forward. All right. We are then going to drop down into a lunge position. Sorry. All right. We're going to drop down into a lunge position, reaching way down. Starting up here, we're going to sink down and come up. Now I'm going to add a little something to it. It's up to you if you do it or not. Down, as you come up, you can lift that back leg. You do not have to do that part, but if you can, go ahead. All right, hinged row is next. So both feet on the band, and we're going to row with a nice little pause at the top. And then we're going to finish with what I refer to as stir the pot. We're going to come right here with circles. I want you to go in one direction, one round, and the other direction, the other. Oh, we got to get started. All right, get that band back up here. Here we go with our chest press. Out and in. Out. Think about squeezing the chest as we are pressing out. Press out and bring it in. Press out and bring it in. Belly button pulled in. Slight bend in the knees. Press forward. Control the in. Control. 8 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're putting that band over under one foot. It's going to be our front foot of that lunge. Reach down to get some resistance. Standing on train tracks, not a balance beam. Here we go. Sink down. Press up through your front heel. Down. Press up through. Now I'm going to add that little lift. Okay, come back down. Add the lift if you want to. Really pressing up through the heel of that front foot. Halfway. So definitely some balance involved here. But really driving up through that front leg. 3, 2, and 1. All right, both feet in the band. We're going to do a little row. Flat back. Slight bend in the knees. Elbows stay nice and close when I'm row. I'm here. Narrow row. Here we go. Pull, squeeze right there, and release. Pull, squeeze, and release. So, get 2 for 1 here, right? Drive those heels into the floor. Squeeze up to the glutes. That's it. Keep it going. 10 more seconds. And we've got 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to finish with stir the pot, a little ab move. So both hands on it. Now I'm not going too far away from my body, but I'm going to do circles. 3, 2, and 1. Circles. Let yourself rotate a little bit. Remember which direction you're going in, clockwise or counterclockwise, so that you can do the opposite direction when we go through this again. Up and around, up and around. Good. 13 seconds. So you might feel this in your biceps and your shoulders a little bit too. I want you to pull that belly button in and feel it in the abs. 2, 1, resting. All right, that was 1 time through round 3, which means we've got 1 more round and we'll be done. So bring it up, way up high, because we're going to start with that chest press. Whew. All right, chest press is starting in 10 seconds. Way up high with that band. Get those shoulders pressed down. Press out in front. Squeeze in the chest. Here we go. Out and in. I'm pulling my elbows in nice and tight. And I'm pushing out right in front of my shoulders. And in. Out and in. That's it. Press out and bring it in. Press out and bring it in. 12 more seconds. Now we're going to that single lunge, single side lunge. So make sure that you switch the foot that the band is under. All right, take a break, switch it up. Put my other foot forward this time. Reaching down to get some resistance, existence. What's that? All right, from right here, sink down and lift. I'm going to do 2 here, then I'm going to start lifting that back foot and raise. So it just gives you a little extra, using the glute on the other side as well to lift that foot. Sink down and raise. Sink down and raise. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Both feet on the band. We're going to do that narrow row. Little hinge. Grab down because we want some resistance. All right, get into position and row. Nice flat back here. I'm bringing the elbows straight back. Hands are coming up right around the hips. And I'm really, really squeezing, but don't bring your shoulders up here. Bring them back. That's it. Pull. Pull. Excellent. 10 more seconds here. We've got 3, 2, and 1. All right, last move. We're going to stir the pot and try to stir it in the opposite direction. So both hands together holding that. I'm staying kind of close to my body. We're going to do circles in 2 and 1 right here. Definitely heated up in this room. I did not put the fan on today. That was silly. But this is it. Last 25 seconds to go. So I'm doing a little rotation right in the middle. And I'm pulling that belly button in and really controlling this band. Don't let it snap. Control it. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and resting. All right, go ahead and put your band aside and grab a drink if you need to, but don't leave me because we're going to do our stretching. I say that's the dessert at the end of a workout. I had a young boy in my class one day and said we were going to have dessert at the end. He wasn't so happy to find out that it was just stretching. All right, put yourself in that split stance. Roll the hips forward, lift up that back heel, sink into that. Really push the hips forward to get that nice hip flexor stretch. Good, good, good. That feels so good. That's why I say it's yummy like dessert. I know, it's lame. Heel down, hinge forward. Stretching that back calf. Good. Rock back on that front heel. Heel down, toe up, hinge forward. You can reach for the toe if you want to. You don't have to, but place your hands up on your thigh, not on your knee. Nice flat back. Feel that down the back of your leg. All right, let's switch to the other side. Roll the hips forward first. Hang out there for a little bit. Feels good. Push that heel all the way to the floor. Hinge forward. Rock back on your front heel. Ooh, big pop to the hip. Hinge forward. Remember, hands above the knee. You don't ever want to press directly on a joint. All right, toes facing forward, feet out wide. Come on over to the side. Now I want you to hinge forward, but keep your head above your heart. Get that inner thigh stretch. And then you can bring it over to the other side. Go ahead and reach those hands out in front. Flat back, straight legs. Let your arms hang down. Rotate your toes out, hands above your knees. Roll that shoulder forward. Other side. And slowly roll yourself up. Step in. Let's open up nice and wide. Couple nice deep breaths. Hands together. Push the palms out. Head down. Feel this way up across the top of your back. We did a lot of work in the upper back shoulder area. Arm comes across your chest. Pull it in, sink it down. Now, this is a great workout to do if you're going on a trip. You don't know if there's going to be a fitness center in your hotel, or maybe you're staying at an Airbnb. Grabbing a resistance band across, it's super light, super easy to throw into your luggage, even if you're just doing a carry-on. It takes up to next to no room, and yet it gives you a tool to do some workouts. Up, bend, and give a little tug. And other side, give a little tug. We're going to take a big inhale, blast that up, and let it out. And there we go. So start to finish, we landed at 37 minutes. So just a little bit longer than I expected. But thank you so much for joining me for this workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it'll be here. So if you want to come back, if you didn't feel that that was enough and you want to do it again, go ahead and press play again. Do it again. Why not? It's not a super long workout, but you're hitting a whole bunch of body parts. All right, so we did the exercise part today. Now it's up to you to make good decisions in the kitchen. Make sure that you are not blowing all the hard work that we just did. All right, I'm here to help you be healthy before you need to be healthy. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.